Hey there, welcome back to Wounds and Wisdom, a secret space for truth, tenderness, soulful growth, and remembering who you truly are. Today, we continue Season 3, The Becoming. And this episode is for the part of you that wants to be seen, and the part of you that fears it. It is for the version of you who longs for connection, yet it flinches when the spotlight turns your way. For the soul inside you that craves recognition, but it has learned to survive through invisibility. Because being seen, like truly seen, is one of the most vulnerable forms of healing. Visibility is not about attention. It is about worthiness. It is about allowing your truth to exist in front of other people without apology, without shrinking, without bracing for rejection. And today, we explore what it means to let yourself be witnessed without disappearing. Shrinking doesn't start as a choice. It starts as protection. If you learn early in life that being seen will lead to criticism, judgment, pressure, punishment, your nervous system adapts. So we all learn to survive by dimming our personality, quieting our voices, downplaying our needs, hiding our strengths, softening our joy, shrinking our presence, blending into the background. And all this happened not because we wanted to disappear. It happened because disappearing feels safer than standing out. Humans are wired for connection, but we are also wired to avoid social pain. That sting of rejection, ridicule, or exclusion. Research shows that social pain activates the same brain regions as physical pain. This is why visibility can feel like stepping into fire. So when we grew up in environments where being noticed meant being criticized, or being expressive meant being shut down, or just us trying to be authentic, it meant being misunderstood, our nervous system learned that attention is danger. Visibility, it is unsafe. That we must shrink to survive. And this is not insecurity. This is attachment injury. A wound around worthiness. A nervous system shaped by fear. that our truth is too much. Our fear of being seen was once the evidence of our wisdom, a sign that our body was protecting us. And at the time, that was the only way it knew how. But part of you and me that learned to hide, it is not the part of us that is trying to rise now. And in season 3, we honor the shift from shrinking to showing up. Visibility triggers the social nervous system, the part of your physiology designed to gauge safety in relationships. When somebody looks at you, your body goes instantly to, am I safe? Am I accepted? Am I allowed to be here? Is my truth too much? So if our past taught us, right, the attention meant danger, our nervous system will respond by freeze. You just collapse inwards. You fawn. You start over-explaining or just pleasing others. Flight. You just withdraw socially. You go into micro shrinking, softening your posture. Our voices change. We either begin to speak really quietly or just rushing through it. We put on the emotional armor and just not letting people in. And none of this, it is personality. Instead, all this is survival. But my friends, here is the beauty. With repeated safe experiences, the nervous system can relearn that visibility, it is not a threat. This is attachment repair. This is social re-regulation. This is nervous system expansion. Because visibility doesn't start with confidence. It starts with safety in the body. So when our body begins to trust that being seen doesn't equal being harmed, our presence naturally expands. Our gestures soften. Our voices steadies. Our posture lifts. Our nervous system opens. And when safety enters the body, visibility becomes possible. A lot of us have always this thought on our head: it is safe for me to be seen. And there is a moment in healing when you stop performing your life and start inhabiting it. In the moment when you speak without rehearsing 5, 6, 10 versions of your sentence. A moment when you share your truth without bracing for a reaction. A moment when you walk into a room without shrinking your energy to fit in. You start to realize something sacred. You are never too much. You are simply in environments that could not receive you. So visibility becomes a spiritual practice, not of being too loud, but of being real. So you start showing up more honest, more grounded, more steady, more present, more willing to take up the space your soul was always meant to inhabit. And slowly and gently, our nervous system learns that, hey, I can be seen without losing myself. I can be witnessed without collapsing. I can be visible without danger. I can exist as I am. And this is the becoming. This is the quiet arrival to your own presence. If you can grab a candle, any size, any color will work. Sit somewhere where you can be with yourself. Light the flame. Let the room soften. Let the light touch your face. And we're gonna take a slow breath in. And even a slower breath out. Let your eyes rest on the flame. Let it be your witness. Now you can repeat with me. I am safe to be seen. I do not have to shrink my truth. my presence is welcome here. I allowed myself to exist fully. I deserve to be witnessed without disappearing. Now imagine the flame reflecting you, your truth, your softness, your rising identity. Let that light hold you. The same way you always deserve to be held. Take one more breath into your chest. And let your nervous system settle into the experience of being gently seen. If you have some time this week, let's reflect on the following. Where did I first learn to shrink myself? What parts of me feel unsafe to show others? What does my body do when I feel seen? Who do I become when I stop apologizing for my presence? What will visibility look like if it felt sacred rather than scary? Let the answers come softly. Visibility begins with truth. Now you could repeat with me or just let these words land. I am safe to be seen. I do not shrink to be loved. My truth deserves room to breathe. I let myself exist without apology. I am allowed to take up space. I can be witness without losing myself. My visibility is not a burden. Let them settle until your body believes them a little more each time. Thank you for spending time with us learning to be seen. This is Wounds and Wisdom, where your pain isn't shameful, it's sacred. Where your healing isn't linear, it's luminous. If this episode helped you notice your own becoming, share it with someone who may need this reminder. And if you feel called, please subscribe to keep growing with us. And remember, you are not healing or becoming alone. We are doing this together. Until next time, be gentle with your soul.